Finally, humans. The summer update is just days away from releasing, and today we're going to talk about the exact release date. This update is absolutely packed with content, including the Venom Rework, the brand new magnet fruit, First C reworks, and a lot more. But before we begin, since the update is finally almost here, I'm giving away permanent fruits to my lucky subscribers. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, like this video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any future updates. Good luck! So, as for the Venom Rework, it's already confirmed and could evolve to the same level as the new dragon, making it one of the strongest and most visually impressive fruits in the game. If the leaks are accurate, Venom is about to receive a massive upgrade that could completely change how players use it. Bulletin News number 20 has officially dropped, and the winners of the fruit creation contest have finally been revealed. We have the Chimera fruit, Forest fruit, and Program fruit, and I have to say, they all look absolutely incredible. Their concept and abilities are honestly insane. If you haven't checked them out yet, make sure to read Bulletin News number 20 because they're definitely worth seeing. But that's not all, humans. Today, we're also going to talk about the possible release date for this upcoming update because everything is pointing toward it being much, much closer than ever before. Before we continue, are you looking for cheap permanent fruits? Blox has you covered. You can get permanent fruits and other items at great prices. They also provide step-by-step tutorials to make everything easy, and they support other popular games too. Most importantly, don't forget to use code REAL at checkout to get a discount. Shop now using the link in the description. The new fruit is finally starting to reveal itself. We now have our strongest hint yet about what it could be, thanks to a brand new leak from Dev. And that's not all. Hidden inside these leaks are even more details you need to see, including other teasers that could be connected and might even hint at the possible release date. So, a few days ago, Dev dropped this insane short video of the new fruit ability, and with this leak, there's a lot to tell of what this could be. So let's take a look. But first, I just noticed that this recent leak somewhat looks alike to the same leak. Not long ago, Dev posted this new leak. What do you think it means? At first, you can see pieces of metal being pulled toward the center before they're suddenly launched outward by what looks like a powerful shockwave. You can also spot several metal objects floating around the area, which is a huge clue. Altogether, it really looks like this leak is connected to the magnet fruit. What's even more interesting is that before posting this clip, Dev shared this stick figure image surrounded by red and blue lightning-like effect. In my opinion, those colors perfectly match the theme of magnetism, with red and blue representing magnetic poles. Because of that, I think this was an intentional hint from Dev, teasing that the upcoming fruit is indeed the magnet fruit. Admin E actually said that a Quake rework will happen. So yeah, this leak could very well be a Quake rework ability. As for the release date, I'm speculating early May. Based on the past updates being monthly, there's a high chance we get another update around that time. And this one could be big, not just another event update. An admin of the game, also known as Uzoth, actually gave us an info about the Venom Rework. And here's what he said.
The Venom fruit, it's pretty sick, I won't say, I can't say if it's a top contender to beat Dragon, but I mean, it's dope. In terms of the name, I don't think it's gonna change. I think it's gonna stay Venom, to be honest. If it was a beast fruit, then I could see it being changed to Hydra, but no, I think it's just gonna stay type of fruit.
You heard that right? Venom is most likely about to catch up to Dragon level power, and we all know Dragon is one of the most powerful and massive fruits in the entire game. And this is where things start getting really interesting, because if Venom is actually getting a full transformation rework, there's a huge chance it might finally be able to fly without turning into that acid form, and instead transform into something way bigger, way stronger, and way more intimidating. And that's not even the craziest part. The Dark rework has already been confirmed by Admin E, which means we're not just getting one massive change, we're potentially getting multiple game-changing reworks in a single update. Imagine a completely revamped Dark fruit with new abilities, effects to release it, which makes this even more exciting and mysterious at the same time. And as I mentioned, a lot of updates to expect. That also includes the new 4th C game, and here's how it looks when equipped. This video came from big YouTuber NU, where MyGame43 was seen using the Oni fruit, and we actually got even more leaks from it. So first, the Oni fruit, which many people thought was just the Yeti mutation, turned out to actually be its own brand new fruit. As you can see in the image, it looks completely different and has its own unique design. It doesn't resemble any existing fruit in the game, which makes it very unlikely to be just a mutation. Because of of that, this is most likely an entirely new fruit coming to the game, and its possible release date might actually not be this month of June. Just because it was leaked doesn't automatically mean it's coming in the very next update. We've already seen this happen many times before in Blox Fruit. For example, the Divine Art fighting style was leaked years ago, shown by admins and developers multiple times, yet it still hasn't been publicly released in the accurate everything looks. The positioning, the scale, and the structure all match what we already know about the current sieves. But if you look closely on this side of the image, you'll notice something very important. There's a massive island, and when I say massive, I mean this thing is as big as multiple First Sea islands combined. This immediately raises questions because there is no existing sea event that is even close to this size. This island is way too big to be something like a raid zone or a temporary event. I mean, this thing literally looks like an entire sea by itself, and that's why I strongly believe this could be the fourth sea. Another reason why this makes sense is the server limit. There are only 12 players per server, so creating an island this large just for an event wouldn't make sense at all. Events are meant to be fast, replayable, and compact, not something that takes up this much space on the map. Now, personally, I think if this really is the fourth sea, it's going to be heavily inspired by Wano. We could see islands that are very close to each other, unique environments, and a more connected world compared to the older seas. Of course, it won't be a direct copy, since we already know Blox Fruits has been slowly drifting away from One Piece to avoid potential issues. But the inspiration could still be there. So now I want to know what you think. Do you believe this image is teasing the fourth sea? Or do you think it's just a massive event island, even though honestly, that doesn't really make sense? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Biomes, new locations, and possibly entirely new mechanics tied to this sea. When the update gets closer, I personally think we're going to receive a full cinematic trailer for the fourth sea. Something long, detailed, and dramatic, showing every major island, the atmosphere, the scale, and maybe even some hidden features. If this really is the biggest update in Blox Fruit's history, then a long cinematic trailer would make perfect sense. So once again, if the fourth sea is actually close to being finished, we could realistically see it drop within the next few months. But if it's still in heavy development, then we might be looking at another long wait, just like before. At this point, it's honestly impossible to say for sure. One thing is certain, though, even while we wait for the fourth sea, we're not going to be left with nothing. We can still expect multiple major updates along the way, including Creation version 2 and other features we talked about earlier. So no matter what, Blox Fruits in 2026 is shaping up to be huge. Anyways, humans, that's pretty much it for today's fourth sea video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe with notifications on for more Blox Fruits updates, theories, and future leaks. Thank you so much for watching, humans, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.